Hey there. Well, as you know, I've spent a lot of time having a look at consumer grade security cameras, but I was really interested to see how a professional grade camera would compare to some of the cameras that I've looked at. So we're going to be looking today at a Dahua camera. This is a PTZ camera with a panoramic view as well. Now, I was loaned this camera by a friend, so this is not a sponsored video. This camera would normally only be supplied through a professional installer network, but I managed to find a listing here in Security Wholesalers in Australia. They've got it listed here for 950 Australian dollars. That's probably 2 or 3 times what we'd be expecting to pay for a consumer grade camera. Now, this is the Dahua. It's got an 8 megapixel camera at the top here, which is these two cameras giving you a 180-degree panoramic view, and then it's got a 4 megapixel PTZ down the bottom here, which is offering you a 25 times zoom. This device has some quite cool features. I really like the tracking facilities. I'm going to show you that a little bit later in the video, and also the active deterrence are really cool. This camera is absolutely massive, 304 millimeters by 150 millimeters, and it's got this massively chunky bracket as well. If we have a close look at it, we've got these two lenses. We've got both infrared and white lights at the top, as well as down on the PTZ over here. And we also have this active deterrent, which is the sort of blue and red security police lights that will flash when it comes on, and it's pretty impressive in the nighttime vision. Typically, this would be connected to a Dahua NVR system offering the PoE supply, but today we're just using the SD card slot inside of the camera. Where this camera really stands out is in the PTZ tracking. So you'll see here one of my subscribers, Mark, he's the one that owns this camera. Watch how he starts moving and just watch how that PTZ zooms in and starts following him. This is where these cameras really stand out, is in the smooth performance of just how they track an individual. You can see the red box around him there, and watch the way it follows him even as he starts running up the street here. You'll see it's just absolutely smooth, and it's giving you an amazing picture, and it's just zooming in and out there as it needs to, tracking him all the way along there. Having a look at the nighttime vision on the camera, here we're just using the infrared, and we'll start zooming into the bus stop across the street from me. Have a look at how close we can get. We can almost read that information on the bus stop there in the nighttime vision. Having a look, if I walk up into the zone over here, you'll see it triggers the lights. This gives you an impression of the red and blue police lights that start flashing to warn you off. So if we log into our camera, you'll see that we've got a whole lot of different setting options that we can select from. If we select our live view, you'll see here that we've got the panoramic view down the bottom here, and it's picking up all of these vehicles with these little boxes. And then we've got our zoomed in area with the PTZ. We can also go along directly to the PTZ section. We can select a whole lot of presets that the camera can use to go to different presets. We've got tour groups. We've also got a scan. I really like this feature where it will scan back and forth between 2 different preset limits. Once again, really, really smooth movement of the camera. We can also go ahead, we could set up patterns. We could get the system, we can adjust the panning speed over here. We can adjust the PTZ speed as well as the idle motion. We've also got the power up, what we wanted to do on power up, preset, tour group, scan, or patterns. We can set our PTZ rotation limits over here, and we can also set up a whole lot of scheduled tasks from within the system. Let's have a look at our zooming in during the daytime. So let's just move this around back to that bus stop we were looking at in the nighttime view. Access that. Let's zoom right in on that. There we go. So as you can see, we're quite far away. This is probably, I'm guessing, about 100 meters away, maybe 80 meters. Being a professional camera, there's a huge amount of adjustment you can make to the image. As you can see here, we've got exposure settings, backlight settings, white balance, day, night, illumination, defog, under the audio mode. Now, just to be noted, there is no microphone on this camera. It does have a speaker, but no microphone, so you would need to use an external microphone. I really like these alarm tones. There are a whole lot of setup ones here, things like warning zone, keep off, and you can then add your own by actually uploading a WAV file to add in over here. Under the AI detection setting, this is where you can go along and create things like line crossing events. So you'll see here, if we go and we add rules, we've got crossing of fences, tripwire, intrusion zones, abandoned object, fast moving, parking detection, crowd gathering, and missing object. So a whole heap of AI detection events over there. When it comes to Home Assistant integration, you do have this basic HEX integration. However, it really doesn't offer much in the way of functionality compared to what we might be used to with some other consumer grade cameras. For example, if you look here, we've got a screen image, but it won't even actually play the camera. It just shows us a screenshot. We do have some inputs like line crossing alerts, smart motion, human or vehicle detection, and disarming, illumination control. So there are a couple of things here, but it's very, very basic. So in summary, my feeling is that if you're willing to spend 2 to 3 times the amount of money, you want a device that is going to give you that absolutely perfect picture, and it's going to give you PTZ following with an absolute amount of smooth clarity, then yes, this is definitely something worth looking at. Certainly the size for me, personally on my house, it's a bit large for what I would want to have outside my house. But yeah, it's certainly going to be for some people. One of the frustrations with me would be the lack of the really good integration into Home Assistant. But yeah, certainly for a different type of a camera, this is certainly going to appeal for people that are looking for that absolutely amazing quality. I'd be really interested to know your feedback, what cameras you're using in your system, and what your thoughts are about this camera. Hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.